Hi, this is Troy Doty, principal broker and owner of Northwest Realty Source. So the average home in the Portland metro is taking around 55 days to sell right now. And across the river in Clark County, that's more like 61 days. But the well-priced ones around here are still going pending in about 2 weeks. And that gap isn't luck. And it isn't the market, it's three things. And all of them are in your control. The market numbers come straight from the RMLS Market Action Report in June. We're sitting at about 3 months of inventory, which means buyers have choices and they're taking their time with them. So that 55-day average doesn't actually describe your house. It's the average of two completely different outcomes. The homes that were priced and prepped right and got offers the first weekend, and the homes that sat again, and finally sold for less. Which side you land on is mostly decided before the sign goes in the yard. So let's talk about three things that decide it, starting with the one that matters most. Nothing moves your days on market like your asking price. Your listing gets the most eyeballs it will ever get in the first 7 to 14 days. That's when every buyer who has been watching your neighborhood for months gets the alert. Overpriced by 5 or 10%, and those buyers scroll right past. Because at 3 months of inventory, they have plenty of other options. Then you cut the price, the clock resets in their heads, and now they're asking, what's wrong with it? Days on market shows on every site they're looking at. Homes that sit past 60 days usually sell for less than they would have brought priced right on day one. And in Beaverton, Gresham, and Vancouver, the search bands are tight. A few $1,000s over the line is the difference between showing up on page one and never getting seen. Buyers are comparing your home to everything else in their price range, and they decide fast. You don't need to renovate. Fresh paint, clean landscaping, no clutter, fixtures that work. But here at the Pacific Northwest, add two more. First, moss and gutters. A mossy roof and a green streak siding read as deferred maintenance, even when the roof has 10 years left. And buyers here know exactly what they're looking at. Second, get ahead of the inspection items that can stall our deals. A sewer scope, and on an older home, the oil tank decommissioning paperwork. Those are what blow up a timeline in week 3 after you've already are under contract and have lost your leverage. Handle them before you list and stay in control of the negotiation instead of reacting to it. The first 2 weeks are your highest activity window. That's when the marketing has to be firing on all cylinders. Professional photos, and around here, that means shot on a decent day because of a gray sky photo set could cost you clicks. Target exposure, broker outreach, and follow up with every single showing agent. The listings that sell fastest aren't waiting for buyers to find them. We're calling, reading feedback in real time, and adjusting within days instead of months. Once that window closes, you're working twice as hard for the same result. So, one more thing, and this is one that's personal for me. Don't let anyone talk you into throwing out a VA offer. The old stories about VA appraisals and slow closings are really outdated. And in a market where you're counting days, you're turning away qualified, motivated buyers for no reason. If a VA offer comes in on your home, I'll walk you through exactly what it looks like from your side of the table. So if you want to know what a realistic timeline looks like for your specific home, reach out. I'll put together a pricing and a prep plan so you know exactly what to expect before you list, whether you're in Portland, Hillsborough, Gresham, or across the river in Vancouver.